the 5 a.m. Club. On your morning, elevate your life, Robin Sharma. And I think this book can give me some more ideas how to redesign my daily routine, more specifically my morning routine. So this is why I read this book today. I think it's 11 hours, but let's go. So far, it sounds like an introduction to the 5 a.m. Club. It's actually a story of 3 people, an artist, an entrepreneur, and a homeless guy that attend a self-help seminar. Halfway through, he's still into this storyline. The homeless guy invites them to his island. Yeah, the homeless guy has an island, and then he turns out to be a billionaire, and then he shares his advice. It's like listening to a Hollywood movie or a TV show when everything is super fancy. So he invites them to his island, and they go on a jet, and the island is amazing. And then just a few minutes ago, they sort of hooked up, the artist and the entrepreneur. Now they are like in a romantic relationship. Trying to be as honest as I can, the story is pretty ridiculous. And then also they come up with a lot of quotes. I like most of the quotes that Robin Sharma shares in the story. Sometimes the characters themselves say the quote, the artist or the entrepreneur, just like that out of the blue. Snippets here, snippets there, and somehow there's the storyline. So one, I don't enjoy the storyline. I wish I did. I did enjoy the storyline in his previous book, I think 10 years ago, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I like the storyline there. I don't like it right now. Find it very hard to actually understand it. And it doesn't get to the essence. What are the tips? How to create the morning routine? So far right now, he shares 5 rules. And these are the rules. The next chapter, we will start talking about habits. I just read Atomic Habits, which was a great book about habits. I actually want to hear the 20-20-20 rule, or the 20-20-20% system that he provides for your first hour in the morning. It took him 7 hours and a half, which is 70% of the book, to finally read something practical that I can actually use in my morning routine, which is the 20-20-20 formula. 20 minutes you move, 20 minutes you reflect, and 20 minutes you grow. Second great idea that he shares here in the book, Robin Sharma, is the pre-sleep ritual. Pre-sleep ritual I shared here. It has 3 stages. He talks about shutting down all our devices, being more with your family, and really breaks it down. He also mentions journaling, the journaling habit. He does shares the benefits of journaling, but still it just reminds me of Jim Rohn, How to Write a Journal. Highly recommend it. 40 or 50 minutes diving in only into journaling and writing, the benefits, how to do it, ideas, super practical. I can't relate to the characters. They are just as if this is like a TV series, and they are characters in the TV series, and they are bad actors, and they try too much. They are overly excited about things. Yes, wow, such an amazing idea. Just finished the book. I think the PDF that comes with the book is very useful. A lot of keys to power there, things that you can actually implement in your morning routine. He has his 20-20-20 formula. I can share it here so you can see it. It's pretty similar to something that I already did, also a little bit similar to what Tony Robbins was presenting in his own products and books. I actually used 1 hour of power. Then he also shares the night routine. And another good thing that he shares that I think it's very valuable is the habit installation protocol. He talks about Stage 1, destruction. Stage 2, installation. Stage 3, integration. 22 days each stage, 66 days until your habits, the habits that you want, become automatic. So these are the three main things that I got from the book. And the next thing, he actually takes it all and create a timeline for a full day. And within that, he shares more tactics that he also teaches. With this story, 5 a.m. club, this romance there was forced. And after that, it got even worse. Out of the blue, it becomes an action movie. Listen.
4 more people, 2 men and 2 women in flak jackets with pistols raced up on sleek motorcycles. The billionaire's protection team had arrived. Fighting broke out in the street. Knives were pulled and more shots were fired. The billionaire was whisked away with an efficiency that was striking. He still appeared unruffled, and as if he were a general leading a military mission, said simply, "Save my passengers. They are my family members." A helicopter was now floating overhead. Yes, a helicopter. It had 5AC in large orange letters on the side of it, over white paint. The magnate's security squad quickly disarmed the larger of the 2 gunmen, the one who had threatened the entrepreneur, and removed her to the safety of the waiting SUV. But the artist, well, sadly, he was gone. "I need to find him," the entrepreneur screamed at the personnel in the armored vehicle. "I need to find my husband," she added, clearly in a state of acute shock over the entire scenario. "Stay here," ordered one of the security agents, firmly, holding her by the arm. But the entrepreneur, in her newly created state of mental toughness, physical fitness, emotional resilience, and spiritual fearlessness, thanks to her new morning routine, broke free from the burly guard, kicked open the door that had been left slightly ajar, and started to run.
This is just an example how the story is ridiculous. It's hard to believe, almost for me impossible to relate, something that was bothering me throughout all the book. The over excitement of the characters. The characters were like, every single thing that the mentor was saying or the billionaire was saying, they were just, wow, yes, tell me, it's amazing. Oh, last thing, and probably the most frustrating thing for me in the book was that every single point that they mentioned was super important. Everything is revolutionary. Everything will change your life. He shares these 10 tactics of lifelong genius. So you think every tactic is very powerful. Some tactics here are very powerful. The first one, the tight bubble of total focus, which is cut off all the distractions, sitting with yourself, usually in the morning, doing your work, doing your writing, doing your journaling, doing the meditation, exercising. This is an amazing idea. But then he has this one, the 2 massage protocol. So this is a nice idea. I wouldn't say this is one of the 10 tactics of lifelong genius. But more than that, listen to what he says.
You might say you're a busy performer and can't afford the time to get 2 long massages every single week. In fact, given the proven and marvelous benefits of this protocol for your mental state, cognition, joyfulness, health, and longevity, the truth is you can't afford not to install this habit. Yes, 2 90-minute massages a week will cost a lot of money. Death will cost you more.
They are over dramatic about every single piece of information in the book. So the book does have a lot of good information, but when every single point is so over dramatic. And by the way, a massage, deep tissue work, I use this one, this rumble roller. You actually roll it on the floor. Amazing, yes, very cheap. I think, $50 one time. Yes, and it doesn't give you these tips. I think I got this tip from Tim Ferriss, I don't know. Knowledge versus power. The PDF that you get when you get the book, maybe I can put a link to it maybe it's also free, I don't know. But maybe if you can get the summary of the book or the PDF with all the exercises and tips, this is helpful. This is knowledge and power. Keys to power, things that you can actually do. The 20-20-20 formula, keys to power. The routine before bed, keys to power. Some of these 10 tactics of lifelong genius, keys to power, things you can actually implement in your life. But the book itself, it does have a lot of knowledge, but because of the presentation, I actually find hard to say that this is a lot of knowledge. If you want to know about habits, how to create your own habits, highly recommend Atomic Habits. Also for your daily routine, he has a lot of ideas what you can actually do in your routine. Much more keys to power in Atomic Habits. So I would take the PDF and work with that. I would try the 20-20-20 formula, and I will actually look at my own routine and maybe adjust it and use some of the ideas, which was my intention by listening to this book. But overall, as a book, knowledge versus power, tough decision here. But overall with the book, knowledge versus power, there's knowledge here, but I put a question mark because it's also confusing. And keys to power, you do have keys to power. If you get the PDF with the breakdown for the 20-20-20 formula and some of the other tools, I think it's enough. That's it. Have a good day. See you in the next review.